We are live, Matt.
We are live. Roll.
Roll it. Roll that shit. Okay. Welcome, everyone, to Big Talk, Caffeinated and Opinionated, where two caffeinated and opinionated individuals talk about things that they don't really know anything about. My name's Lee.
My name's Matt.
There we are. There he is. We're both here and we're ready to talk about some things. How's it going, Matt?
I'm good. That's the most eager and YouTubey I've been ever, I think. My name's Matt.
Hey!
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and smash that like button.
Smash it up.
It's the most YouTubey I've ever been.
It gets you, Matt. It gets you.
All right, guys. Welcome to Big Talk. Yeah.
It's got us.
Yeah, it's got us. We've got
part
them
of the
vapors.
system. We're part of the cog. We're a cog in the machine, Matt.
We'll do an apology video next week where we both sigh first. Have you seen those? The apology videos?
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's like, I didn't want to have to make this video, guys.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to speak from the heart.
Yeah.
And here it is. And it's just this empty, the solemn voiced empty words.
Yeah. So, right. So I have a confession to make. So on our Facebook channel, not Facebook, the other one, YouTube. So I'm just using that as my personal one now. I can't be bothered to go between the two. So I'm just using this one at the moment. And it was a couple of weeks ago. And I really got back into Enya, Matt. You know how much I love Enya.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So I'm just filling up my history on YouTube with various Enya songs, right? I was like, fuck, Matt might see this. So I need to clear all of the history. So I cleared all of my YouTube history because apparently you can do that. And then I went to the homepage. I'm like, oh, fuck. Now it just thinks I'm a new person on YouTube. And like, there's no recommendations, no nothing. And there's all videos like that. And they're getting like millions of views, like apology videos. And someone's opening some puzzle box that was worth $1 million. And I'm like, like we talk about being in this bubble a lot, you know?
Yeah.
Like we're in our bubble of, you know, whatever we are. And a lot of the time we think the world is that way. Everything in the world is that way. And then all I have to do is get rid of my history. And then I see what the world actually is. And it was terrifying. It was fucking terrifying. I didn't know who I was. Why has he got $1 million puzzle box? I didn't watch the video because I didn't want to just completely lose sense of reality. It was nonsense. So I had to go back to Enya and listen to her soothing tones once more.
There's a child opening a box and it's got 30 million views. Why?
Yeah. I didn't understand. I thought I was down with the kids, Matt, but apparently I'm not.
Do we need to start opening boxes? Is that what we need to do?
I fuck knows, Matt. I honestly don't know.
Just open things.
Should we do a little experiment and see what's like trending?
Oh God!
Right, so I'm gonna go into my history. I'm not gonna show anyone my history because I'll see how much I bloody love Enya. But right, okay, here we are. I'm going live, Matt. I'm going live.
Here we go. Let's look at YouTube trending.
Right.
YouTube trending it doesn't reflect. It doesn't really reflect reality. YouTube trending.
But it reflects someone's reality and an awful lot of people's reality. That's what I'm saying. So watch history.
Well, that's the thing. It doesn't. It actually doesn't. Like to clarify, to qualify as trending, certain channels have to hit certain thresholds of views.
Okay.
So if you go into trending right now.
Okay, let's do it.
We've got. I guarantee you there'll be talk shows.
Mulan.
Okay, so we've got a Mulan trailer.
I've done that. Safia. I've done that.
Yeah.
Stranger Things came out, didn't it? Stranger Things.
It did, yeah. Stranger Things. So that's like BuzzFeed. So it's going to be like BuzzFeed talk shows.
Sidemen.
Basically, Sidemen. That's like, a bunch of nonsense.
There's a cookie.
It's like 2 minute versus 2 hour versus 2 day cookie.
Yeah.
2 day cookie.
Who's leaving a cookie for 2 days?
Well, I'm assuming that's you bake it for 2 days, or you make it over 2 days. I hope it is anyway. Otherwise, you're getting food poisoning. There's Will Smith, of course.
Pranks.
Jaden's 21. Jaden Smith is 21.
Apparently. The equation still astounds me. Love plus tequila equals a person.
Oh, I feel so sorry for Jaden Smith. I bet Will Smith. I don't think Will Smith is like a bad father. I don't think he's a bad father.
No.
Although I don't know him.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine growing up in that kind of limelight.
No.
Like it must be utterly insane.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of what I'm seeing here is mostly music videos.
Music videos, challenges, pranks, BuzzFeed, things that look like this. Where, I mean, that's not going to work. This is not going to work. I guarantee you, that's not going to work. Putting lemon on a broken screen is not going to work. The only reason I know that is because it's a thumbnail.
I mean, you know how we shout things that are in caps?
Oh,
unbelievable! God. Life hacks that actually work!
June 29th, the greatest day of our life! The Ace Family Basketball Charity Event!
USA versus Netherlands. FIFA World Cup. The final!
They won, didn't they? USA won, didn't they? Spoiler alert.
They did, unfortunately.
But I mean, they've got an awful lot of money behind their football team, I've heard.
That's basically it, yes. They have the most money.
Because you know how much I know about the footy ball. You know how much I know about that, but that's...
Yeah. Women's football, right? It's interesting. I've gone on a bit of a journey with women's football.
Have you? An emotional one?
Well, like a sort of... I don't know what kind of journey it was. Because I'm quite a big football fan. I enjoy football. And so at first I was like, okay, the women are playing it too. Let's watch it.
Yeah.
And I found it really, I don't know, it was all right. Like it was pretty much, I mean, it was similar to football as it is played by the gents.
Mm.
But I looked at it and I was like, this is dull because the league, the British league anyway, used to be dominated by one team.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of other teams got professional. So that actually is like a title race in the UK now. Right. Between different teams. And it's a lot more engaging and it's a lot better. Yeah. And the standard has gone up. Mm. And then you go to the World Cup and it's the USA who have the most money and who have the best players and they win. Yeah. Because of course they do. Yeah. And they're cocky. And they're like arrogant as fuck. And whenever someone calls them out, they like cry feminism. Right. And it's just like, oh, just play the damn game. Yeah. Grow up. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. And like the thing is, like, if it was any other country, this is the thing, like, football's not a big sport in the US. No. Like it's like you've got like basketball and baseball, and like there's a bunch of stuff just in the way. Yeah. And if any other country, almost any other country, were the successful team and not the USA, women's football would be so much bigger, I think. Yeah. Like it's the USA, it's the fact that it's in the USA that's holding women's football back. Okay. Like if England had won the World Cup, or the Netherlands had won, or Germany had won, it would have swelled in popularity, I guarantee you. Yeah. But it's the USA again. It's the same team that has won it, I think, like 3 out of the last 4 times. Right. It's a country that doesn't really give that much of a shit about football, and you yeah. So it's unfortunate. You've already got a spoiler alert before the tournament's even started. The US are going to win. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, well, other teams are coming close. Other teams are coming close. But, there's just not the same investment. Yeah. So it's... Yeah. Anyway, that's enough of that.
Oh, he's dropped something. Ladies and gentlemen.
I've no idea what I've dropped because it went off the back of the fridge.
Lovely.
I'll retrieve that later. I don't want to start moving the fridge during the
No,
podcast.
That's probably not wise.
Yeah. Eminently unwise, considering you're perched on the microwave, which is perched on the fridge.
I'm not actually perched on there, ladies and gentlemen. This is a figure of speech because the camera is there. Just to let you know.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing about Japanese apartments, particularly the one I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have a chair.
Ah.
Like you've got like a living room come bedroom with no chair in it and no bed in it, actually, for me, because I've got like a futon type thing.
Yeah.
All the tables are at like sub knee height, so I guess you're supposed to sit on the floor.
Yeah.
No chair, no desk. So my desk for the podcast is my microwave.
Nice.
And I have to stand up.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's enough small talk.
Now we're onto the big talk. So yeah, just like vanilla YouTube scares me. It scares me.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting. It's a lot of corporate sanitized media. And it's a lot of raw. There's some interesting content on there, and it's also like a lot of raw, unfiltered, angry people.
Yeah.
Who are angry for some reason or another, like people sitting in front of a webcam, ranting about whatever. And one of the latest topics of rant is The Little Mermaid. Aww.
Perfect segue, Matt. That was flawless.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So yeah, what's the question, Matt? Give us the question.
I can't remember what the question was. Okay, so The Little Mermaid, right? So people are mad about. Well, there are people that are mad that The Little Mermaid, who was previously a redheaded cartoon character, is now to be played by a black girl in the live action remake.
Yeah.
So,
and people are annoyed.
And there are people that are annoyed. So
and there are probably people that are annoyed that people are annoyed, I can gather.
Well, there are people that are annoyed. There are people that are annoyed that people are annoyed. There are people that are loudly celebrating and clapping and saying, "It's about time."
Yeah.
And there are people who don't really give much for shit but are annoyed that people are annoyed and that people are overly happy. There are people who are like, there are many layers to this.
Yeah.
And I guess we're going to add another layer by sort of observing it and discussing it and discussing what's going on. So I guess the question is, what do you make of changing established characters into something that they weren't before? Yes. What do you make of that? I think that's the question.
Right. So I'm going to be straight up with you, Matt. I missed the question, and I'll show you why. So I'm trying to educate myself while you're talking, and normally I can do two things at once. And I'm looking at this article here, and I'm like, I was looking through the pictures just to try and find sort of a side-by-side comparison of a cartoon character and a real person, just to bring that up, just for us to look at. And I'm looking at this. This kept coming up. I thought it read, Halle Berry congratulates Halle Berry. And I'm like,
that's exactly how I read that.
What is going on? Like, I was going through Google. I'm going through here. Halle Berry, I read this. Halle Berry congratulates Halle Berry. Halle Berry. And it was up top of, like, there was a few times where it's been said it. I thought this was going to say Halle Berry. I'm like, what is going on? Like, the internet doesn't make sense to me anymore. But right,
the internet's gone mad.
So this is what. So the young lady on the left, I imagine, is set to yes. Okay, Halle Bailey is set to voice the new Little Mermaid in Disney's forthcoming live-action remake.
Oh, hang on, set to voice.
Yeah, so that's the first thing that I see. She's set to voice it.
Wait. Well, hang on. If she's set to... What? So who's playing it?
I imagine there's going to be some amount of CGI in that. I would imagine.
Well, I imagine so, but she can't be entirely CGI. Otherwise, what's the point? Otherwise, what's the point of a live-action remake?
And what's the point of the anger as well? If she's not going to even be in it, you know.
I mean, well, she must be in it in some respect. Otherwise, what's the point of casting? See, this is the weird thing, right?
So, is this? Is this what it's going to be?
That's something else. No, that's something else. 2017. 2018? Dude, I have no idea.
I'm very confused, Matt.
This is just, I don't know.
Right, I'm so confused, Matt. Right, so we're talking about. Tell me the question again. This is all gone terribly wrong, Matt. Right.
So, well, how many Little Mermaids have there been? I'm just confused now.
This is bizarre.
2019.
So I imagine.
Melissa McCarthy. Okay.
So this is going to be. Oh, I'm so confused.
Right. They want Idris Elba to be. Okay. I don't even know. This is just Google. I tell you what, Google is just a mess.
Yeah.
So let's move off of Google for a moment.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get it all skewed one way anyway on Google.
Yeah.
So basically, the Little Mermaid in the cartoon was okay. There we go. Let's stay there. Mm-hmm. So the Little Mermaid from the article on the left was a white girl with red hair, and the Little Mermaid in this live action remake, who will be either appearing or voicing, we don't know because it's not clear.
Yeah,
is not white and not red haired.
Yeah,
and doesn't have. Yeah, and it's inconclusive whether she has a fishtail instead of legs, because the picture has cut her off at the waist.
Yeah.
So she may actually be a mermaid. This actually might be.
A
case of. It might be a case of like proper casting. They've actually cast a mermaid as a mermaid.
In which case closed. Shut you down, mouse haters.
Fine. Yeah. In which case, then there's no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, what do you make of? Because this is like a common trend, basically.
Yeah.
That's been happening for the last while. I can't put a specific number of years on it, but it's been happening for the last while.
Well, we've got Melissa McCarthy here is in talks to play Ursula, and then people freaked out when there was the all-girl cast of Ghostbusters, didn't they? There was a freak out there.
Yeah.
So that's probably last year, maybe the year before?
That was 2016.
2016, okay. So we've got at least 3 years where this has been happening.
Well,
and it's going to be going back before that, isn't it?
At least 3. Well, I mean, that was different because they were all new characters. They weren't supposed to be. They weren't supposed to be like the original characters, but women. They were meant to be new people, even though they followed roughly the same character dynamics as the original people did.
Yeah.
Roughly. But yeah. I mean, that wasn't done for a particular. I mean, I don't know. That wasn't done for a particular reason. But I mean, having them as all guys isn't really done for a particular reason either, as far as I'm concerned. Like, if you want to, like, you could have. See, this is the thing for me. My attitude toward this is like, if they did a bunch of casting calls, right, for the Little Mermaid, and they auditioned a bunch of people. And Halle Bailey gave like the best audition and gave the best performance, and they hired her because of that.
Yeah.
Then I have no problem with this at all.
Yeah.
and I don't see, and it's just people being silly, having a problem with it. But if it's been done as like pandering, because it's like this, I find it quite frustrating. I'll be honest with you, I find it quite frustrating that this happens, because it's just like, just write new characters.
Yeah.
Just make a new character. Like, why do you have to take one that's already something and then staple something else onto it?
Yeah. Probably because it takes more time to do that, I would imagine.
Well, it's like, it's a quick buck, basically.
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
A quick buck, and it's the death of art, and that's why I don't like it. I think. Yeah.
No, I'm completely behind you on that, because I mean, even without sort of recast, well, actually, no, we've been recasting characters for fucking ages, really, haven't we? And like, because we're in the era of the remake,
yes,
aren't we? You know, like even going back to, I mean, when did the last Total Recall come out?
Oh, 2014 or 2015, I can't remember. 2012.
So original one, Arnold Schwarzenegger, fantastic thing. Where he, but this bit, for example, where he came out of the woman's head, incredible piece of cinema. This guy,
incredible,
like an outside brain. The lady with the 3 boobs. I won't go in there, but she had 3 boobies. Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah,
and
the
then
guy who had the mutant on his stomach,
in his belly. Yeah.
Was it Klaatu? Quato?
I don't know. Klaatu sounds like the guy from Day After Tomorrow.
Klaatu is the guy from. Klaatu's the guy from The Day the Earth Stood Still.
That's the one. Yeah.
I think it was Quato.
And then so then we have who did it? It was can't remember his name.
Well, who did the original?
Colin. No, he was the one who did the original, and then Colin Farrell did the remake. Yeah, Farrell.
Yeah.
Colin Farrell was in the remake. It's just lazy, isn't it? For a start, just make new shit, and you can argue that every story has been told in the world, but then just mix 2 stories together. Isn't there only 7 stories that you can properly tell? You know, 7 basic stories.
In theory.
Yes. Yeah, like that. But then obviously we didn't stop at 7 stories. We wrote a lot of them.
Yeah.
We wrote a lot of them.
We did different takes on these things.
Exactly. Yeah. There wasn't only one, we didn't get to Lord of the Rings and then stop fantasy. If anything, if anything, that was a rebirth of fantasy, and it's carried on for, I'm not sure when the Lord of the Rings came out. He was writing it in the war, so we're at least talking 100 years ago it was being written.
Yeah.
And we're still going, and people will rip stuff off because they want a quick buck. It's because they're lazy. Stop being lazy,
Well, people will rip stuff off, but they'll also do it unintentionally. You'll get people who will have watched Lord of the Rings and go, I love fantasy, and then you'll write a fantasy story maybe, and it will be in some way derivative of Lord of the Rings.
I think, yeah.
And it's sort of unavoidable.
I think inspiration is different from ripping off and remakes, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I totally understand, because if we didn't draw inspiration, then we would have stopped at those 7 stories and we would have gone, no, we can't really touch that. But yeah, I don't really have any huge problem with recasting characters, but I do see that it's late, because I don't think I've got much of a problem with it, because I don't watch an awful lot of stuff anymore.
I don't watch any. You know me, I don't watch any.
Yeah.
But this is sort of why I don't watch any. Because it's like there's a lot of
chaff, isn't there? There's a lot of chaff.
There's a lot of, well, it's almost entirely chaff at this point. Like, you'll get maybe 1 grain of wheat in a year of chaff. Like, all of the mainstream movies are all dumb. For the most part. A lot of them are just dumb. Like shiny, jangly key nonsense on the screen. Most of the Oscar movies are usually pandering to something. So there's really kind of not a whole lot. There's not a whole lot. If you just want, I have a big problem with being preached at. That's my issue.
Yeah.
I don't want to be preached at. I just want to enjoy something.
Yeah.
And like enjoy it in a way, and not in like a turn my brain off way, but in like this is a cool story, and just sort of
exploring a narrative. Yeah.
Yeah.
And getting
immersing yourself.
Yeah. Getting swept up in the story and the characters and everything like that. Well, I would say a way a story is meant to be enjoyed, right? You know, we want to be swept up in that. We want to, well, not necessarily escape all of the time. I think that's a bit of a strong word, but basically escapism, isn't it? You know, experience another world, and through the, you know, the perspective of someone else, and go, I see why he's like that, because he's like a little bit like me, or she reminds me of someone, or she has this which is like me, and then we can sort of, you know, understand ourselves a little bit more through stories. I don't know if that's pushing it a bit too far, but I mean, we're all trying. There's always like a theme or a moral or
well, it comes back to just like what we said a few ago about discovery and about our need to discover. Yeah, and currently, like, stories are the only way to do that. I mean, the easiest way, I would say, to do that, because you can like you can go to another country, and you can go to another town even, but in order to get something completely different, or even different in a big way, it has to be some kind of story, I suppose. Or China.
Do you think that's more to do with where they're putting their attention?
How do you mean?
So if you say go to another town or something like that, so we are speaking from across the globe. That's a very extreme way to find something different. You live in a place which is the closest thing to outer space I've ever seen in my life.
Okay.
And I live basically in the UK, but in the eastern and southern hemisphere.
Okay.
I guess. But still, there's new. You know, we have new experiences here by traveling, but that is an extreme way to do it. You know what we were talking about earlier, where you know, people are either really hating it or don't care about it at all, and there's this no in between thing. There is just no one deals with it. Sure, there must be an in between, but we can sort of go all or nothing. You know, I can't do that. I can't go across the world. I've got kids. I've got a job. I've got to pay for the car. I've got to do all this.
Yeah.
So I can't do that. I can't have this, this life-changing experience. Surely, if we really want it, we can go and have like a micro adventure,
Yeah.
Because I mean, you go, you can go on holiday to the coast and relax as much as you would if you went to the Bahamas. It'd probably be a bit colder, but you could still relax.
Yeah.
But
sure.
Is it just harder?
I mean, modern life is
teach those stories to ourselves,
Maybe.
Or we think that it's too hard, because I'd argue that it isn't as hard as we think it is.
Well,
it's
maybe.
hard work.
I think there's an element of I think there's an element of people getting bored with those 7 stories. Maybe. That's where sort of postmodernism has come from, like deconstructing those stories.
Yeah.
For good and for bad. Which, I mean, deconstruct. I mean, there's an element of deconstructing them which is interesting, but there's elements where it's like you just want to smash it and destroy it instead of analyzing it.
Yeah.
It's one of the things that because I used to kind of feel that way about cinema, where it was like you're seeing the same story. Like when I was going to the cinema all the time, and it's like you're seeing the same thing over and over again, kind of.
Yeah.
Like there's like the hero's journey. You're seeing that.
Yep.
But the thing is, like, you can do the hero's journey and have it very well executed.
Yeah.
And you can staple, in theory, you can staple anyone into the hero's journey.
You can have one yourself, but it's easier to watch
exactly.
it on TV.
yeah,
and read about
exactly.
it. Yeah.
But yeah. Coming back to but coming back to these things. I mean, with the Ariel thing, I don't know if there's a. I don't know what conclusion to draw from it really, because we don't know I haven't really read up on the process. I mean, being charitable, it's she was the best person they auditioned, right?
Yeah.
But you could also say Hollywood hates ginger people and doesn't want ginger people in movies.
Yeah.
Because you've got Ariel, who's redhead, who's been recast. Mary Jane in Spider-Man was recast as recast with a black actress, I believe.
What's it? Who? Sorry, again. Go again.
A black actress. I can't remember. I haven't seen
the character. Movie. The character.
Mary Jane.
There we are.
Mary Jane Watson. In the Shawshank Redemption, Morgan Freeman's character originally was a white, red-haired guy.
Interesting.
So why he was called Red, and then you cast Morgan Freeman. So you could go, oh, Hollywood just hates ginger people.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably not true.
Yeah.
I mean, it's most likely not true, but you could just go, that's probably it.
Yeah.
That's pattern recognition for you again.
Yeah. That's really interesting. I like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, originally played by, so I'm looking at Mary Jane Watson at the moment. We've got Kirsten Dunst played in the Spider-Man trilogy. And Shailene Woodley in the Amazing Spider-Man 2. And here's the third one. Capri Anderson, Spider-Man XXX, a porn parody. So there was a porn parody of Spider-Man.
Okay.
She wasn't ginger either. She wasn't ginger either. No, doesn't look like it.
Lies.
She doesn't look like
it.
But
in the source material, Mary Jane is red-haired.
Yeah.
And I think in Spider-Man they get around it by saying because she tends to go by MJ.
Yeah. And
they get around it a little bit, I think. I haven't seen the movie, but I'm given to understand that they get around it by saying that she's not Mary Jane. She's called MJ, but she's not Mary Jane. She's something else, someone else.
Right.
Maybe his initials are MJ.
That just seems dishonest, because I'm pretty sure she is from seeing that film.
Well, yeah.
She's building up to be the love interest. She's building up to be the love interest.
Yeah.
So it's exactly the same story.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Basically. But there's, I mean, but the whole thing, but that's sort of write a new character, but it's sort of not. It's like write a new character, but it's fills the same role as this other character who has the same name.
Yeah, but they have
the same role in the story.
They totally haven't rewritten a character. They've just put a new person in it, said it's not them, but it is them. Not only are they being lazy, they're being liars.
Yeah, basically, yes. Yeah. But then you've got like other examples of it, like with like Spider-Man. They had Peter Parker die, and they brought in Miles Morales, who was I think he was I don't know, I don't read the damn comics, but he was like, I think he was half Latin, half black. And he was like a completely new character.
Yeah. I mean, with Marvel, they've got an uncanny ability to just redo shit. don't they? They were
they just recycle shit, basically.
Yeah, they were doing remakes before films were. The amount of different, universes there are in Spider-Man is incredible. I mean, if you just look it was Into the Spider-Verse or something, wasn't it? And there was like 6 of them, one of them being a pig. One of them was a pig Spider-Man. I'm looking here. Yeah, Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Jake Johnson. Apparently he was in Into the Spider-Verse. Drake Bell was Ultimate Spider-Man.
Who was Spider-Pig?
Into the Spider-Verse. Show me Into the Spider-Verse. Hang on.
Is it so difficult to just write a superhero character?
Just like a different one?
Yeah.
Surely not.
Is it that difficult, really?
I don't imagine so.
Like, what can they do? I mean, I suppose it's like you've got to think of some kind of origin for them. You've got to think of what they can do.
Yeah.
You've got to think of, why they do what they do. Who's their villain? What are their flaws? What are they weak to? Why are they strong? Spider-Ham.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Is that from the Simpsons universe?
Could be. Apparently he's from Earth 8311. And I wouldn't be surprised if Marvel wrote 8,310 of those before that.
Well, that's part of the reason I can't get into comics. It's like, because at a certain point you're just gonna reboot it, and because you get bored of it. Like, there have been so many different incarnations of these things that it's just very difficult to get invested in any of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, not a fan, really. Not a fan.
Yeah, I think it doesn't bother me for the reason it bothers everyone else. Or it doesn't bother me the same way it's bothering the vocal people. It bothers me because it's lazy.
Well, the people who are celebrating it annoy me. Because it's like, so what, we can't write a character. It's like, so what, we can't write a Black Mermaid. It's like, why not?
Yeah.
Why don't you just make a movie with a Black Mermaid?
Yeah.
Why has it got to be the Little Mermaid?
I guess because you make more money out of it, innit? It's all a money thing.
Well, yeah, that's it. It's all about money.
Yeah.
This is the thing that they've done.
Name recognition,
this is what the corporations, like these film corporations, have done. Because they have managed to convince stupid people that they are like socially aware and woke. They care about feminism, and they care about rape. They don't care about any of that. They care about your money, which is why they do this. They could write a character. They could write an entire new franchise with a Black Mermaid, but they won't, because there's no guarantee that it will make money. So they just staple that into another story, and they go, it's about time, and stupid people go, whoa, and write articles about it, and all of a sudden it's a thing, and then it makes a bit of money, and then I'm against them. This is the thing, man. I'm against them making these movies, like these remakes of Disney classics, because it's just, all you're doing is taking these stories, updating them for current year, even though those movies are timeless anyway. Those stories are timeless.
Yeah.
Like, you could watch The Little Mermaid, the original Little Mermaid. You could watch that in 50 years and it would still say the same thing. You can watch like, trying to think of an old, like Aristocats. You can watch that now.
Yeah,
that was out in the 60s, wasn't it?
Ages ago.
Yeah, Lady and the
Ages
Tramp.
ago.
Dumbo. You could watch any of those movies now.
Yeah.
And they're timeless stories.
1970 was Aristocats. Lady and the Tramp was 55. It's older than my dad.
Whoa. Whoa. But these are all timeless stories.
Yeah.
Like Alien is a timeless story.
I
watched Alien I watched what was it? I watched Aliens the other day. And I was just like absorbed in it, like this is great. You've got defined characters acting the way they would act. You know? Going on this adventure, meeting dangers, dealing with those dangers, reacting to those dangers.
Yeah. And you've got people being pretty woke in that, because we've got our leading female being the ass kicker as well. And you can do that with an original story. How fantastic.
You know? Well, I mean, it's not woke at all.
No.
It's not woke. If it was woke, it would be literally. If it was woke, it would be insufferable.
Yeah.
But it's not insufferable.
Could you imagine?
So it would be like Ripley going, "Oh, I'd never send a man to do a woman's job," or so, like some bullshit. Like and like shooting aliens in the dick. Like it would just be like insufferable. But it's not insufferable because she's a really well-written character. Like all of there hasn't been in like the first, well, at least in the first two. The first two are the only good ones, really. The only ones worth a shit. But you don't have a underwritten or a badly written character in those first two movies at all. Like you look at the first one, and that first movie is it's difficult nowadays to watch that movie without knowing the pop culture behind it and knowing Sigourney Weaver and knowing that she's like a major star. Because when that movie came out, she was the one person in that was a complete unknown. Or almost a complete unknown. I think it's like her second movie. You've got like the captain was a leading man. You've got John Hurt and Ian Holm, who are both like huge who are like huge actors. Yeah. You had Yaphet Kotto, who had just gotten off of Live and Let Die. So he was like well known. You had like character actor Harry Dean Stanton, I think it was, who was like a character actor. And you had the other woman, Lambert, who was like horror royalty, basically. Yeah. Like she was in The Birds when she was like a kid. So she was just in stuff all throughout. And the only unknown one is Sigourney Weaver. But you've got the leading man. The leading man dies like third, I think. Yeah. John Hurt, who's one of the biggest stars, dies immediately. And then you've got Sigourney Weaver, kind of like Ripley, just growing into the movie. At one point, she goes off alone, and you think, well, this thing picks off people alone. Yeah. But it doesn't go after her; it goes after the other two because they're making noise. So she's the only survivor, and that's like playing with tropes. But they're all really well written. They're all three-dimensional characters. And it's just that's the way you're supposed to write stories. Yeah. And in the follow-up, even the follow-up movies, those first two films are just great. Yeah. They're just great films. And we won't see their like again, I fear.
I'm just looking through the Twitter at the moment. You know how I only occasionally go on Twitter just to see what they're all saying. And it just makes me so sad. Right, so here's the first one. And
oh, for fuck's sake.
it's not. I kind of see it, right? It's not about racism. It's about keeping the true Little Mermaid essence. I'm so disappointed. I prefer don't watch the movie. The actor could be a good Moana or Tiana. Now, so she's made a comparison, and comparisons make it compelling to people. But I kind of see it, but I also don't care. I mean, the true Little Mermaid essence. I mean,
what is the true Little Mermaid
yeah,
essence? Surely it's the character.
Yeah, it's about her being a mermaid, isn't it?
Well, it's who she is, not what she is.
Yeah. What else did we have? There was a few more. People just arguing. We're just arguing with each other. Lots of racist arguments. We're going to 1 to 100 in our conversation.
Okay. Oh, we've got
We go 1 to 100. Sorry.
That first one with all the comparisons, that was at like a 40. I would say that one's like 40.
Yeah.
And it probably goes to 100 immediately because Twitter is set to 100.
Let's have a look. But I won't show it because then I'll be letting everyone's names out. So straight up, it's about racism.
Okay, sure.
I'm Latino and I'm offended Ariel wasn't a Latina. Now what? Are you racist for not wanting a Latina Ariel? It's just this is a fallacy argument.
How did we got back onto social media?
Yeah.
Fuck's sake. I'm sorry. That was my bad.
Well, look, the thing it's because that's where our argument's taking place now. But the meaningless ones are taking place there. All right. So
we won't talk about it for another 3 weeks after this.
Here it is. It's like #Disney is ruining it for us. Crying sad face. Keep it real, please. It's not about black or white at all. It's about bringing our childhood to life. Messing with these original details portrays a different story. Now, there is so much wrong with this tweet. So much.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Disney is ruining
Break it down for me.
First line, Disney is ruining it for us.
Okay.
It's kind of their thing, so they can pretty much do what they want. They've bought everyone out, so you're fucked now anyway. They don't care about you. They don't care about you, Twitter. They do not care. Keep it real, please. She's a mermaid, all right? It's fiction. Nothing is real about this. You need to understand that these things are not real. Come on.
Stories are real to people, man. Stories are very real to people.
But is that a good thing, Matt?
I mean, there's a reason why we have stories. And they're to reflect. Sometimes they're to reflect life. Sometimes it's to reflect an idea.
Yep, I totally get that. And as a writer, I reckon you should be doing that all day long.
Exactly.
But would it terrify you if someone was so attached to your book, any of your books, that this becomes real for them?
Would it terrify me? Would it terrify me?
That seems like a terrifying concept to me.
I don't know if it would terrify me. It would certainly make me work. It would certainly make me work very hard. I don't know. On the one hand, it's a compliment. On the other hand, it's a bit like, okay. It's somewhere in the middle. I don't think it would terrify me necessarily. Until I get miseried. But you do have to be very careful. Particularly when you come to endings. And we're finding that out now recently. But
yeah. But I don't think this girl's saying that she actually thinks the Little Mermaid's real. I was being a bit tight and tongue in cheek with it, but it just, we seem to be falling out of reality a bit. You know, if it's not in book, so the next line, it's not about black or white at all. It's about bringing our childhood to life.
It's already been brought to life.
Yeah, it's already there, and nostalgia isn't going to get you back there. You know?
Yeah. I mean, you can just watch. I mean, the other thing, you can just watch the old thing. I mean, I know that's like a trite thing to say, and I know it's like, whatever, you can just watch the old thing, but you can. Like, the old thing hasn't gone away. Like, I can't fucking stand Star Trek Discovery. It's the worst. It's literally the worst thing I've ever seen on television. But that's not killed Star Trek for me as a thing. I can just watch. I watched The Next Generation last night. You just watch. You can just do it. It's fine. Like, it's fine.
And the Star Trek The Next Generation is different from Star Trek Deep Space Nine, isn't it? You know, so that, I think.
Well, they're different. They're different, but they're not. They're different, but they're not. The thing that breaks the thing with Star Trek, the thing with like Deep Space Nine, The Next Generation, is they're part of the same. They're very much part of the same universe and part of the same canon. Yeah, and they do different things. They do different things, but it's difficult to articulate that. It's like you have the very sort of bright, optimistic one with the Next Generation, and you have the darker one, which is Deep Space Nine.
Hello, everyone. All of our internet went a bit weird, so I had to cut that off mid-sentence. We were talking about Deep Space Nine and Next Generation being different but the same. They're
different. They're different, but they're in the same universe with the same rules.
Yeah.
And the problem with Discovery is they kind of break all of those rules. And they don't kind of care about any of those rules. So, yeah, it's a problem.
I mean, what I was saying was, the reason they would both be successful, they can be in the same universe. That's great. I'm sure you could put something in the universe of The Little Mermaid, and it would probably make a bit of money. You're going to make more money calling it Little Mermaid, but you can make things in the same universe. If anything, people love that shit, putting things in the same universe. See it on like TV shows and everything like that. When you've got like little Easter eggs of like Breaking Bad being in like Walking Dead and stuff like that. Fucking love that. They love it. Because we get to have a little in-joke with everyone. Being in the same universe is fine. Just doing the same story over and over again isn't fine. That's lazy rubbish in its pants.
Yeah, lazy rubbish and pants.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is all three of those things. No, I agree.
So what is my issue? Yeah, it's laziness. And that laziness passes for good stuff now. I'm sure it will be, I'm sure it's going to be visually excellent. I'm sure if I saw it, it'd probably make me cry, because I like crying at films.
Well, I mean, it's going to be visually excellent for a couple of years, and then it's going to be really, really dated. And it will be dated either visually or it will be dated in terms of its storytelling. Like, either way.
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah. What do you think about it, Matt? What do you think about it?
About what exactly?
About this whole argument. So I think it's shit, but for different reasons, because it's lazy.
Well, I agree with you that it's lazy.
What does this say?
I mean, I'm against them. I'm against them remaking this stuff in the first place.
Yeah.
I'm against them. I'm against a studio changing a character completely and expecting the same results.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know with the Little Mermaid. I don't know if it would be as big an issue than it would with, say, James Bond, because that's the one that the vultures are circling. That's the one where they're going, isn't it about time that James Bond was a woman? It's like, no, because his name is James Bond. Isn't it about time that James Bond was black? Well, no, because James Bond isn't black. And that's the thing. See, the thing is, right, what I would do with James Bond, if you're clamoring for that, what I would do with James Bond is expand his universe a bit. And I would go, okay, so in this next movie, we'll introduce a female MI6 agent and have her be part of the movie. Don't have her like overshadow James Bond, but have her be interesting enough to go like, okay, I want to see more of her. And then give her a spin-off movie. It doesn't have to be an expensive spin-off, but you could just do it for like, I don't know, 50 million, let's say. That's chump change in Hollywood. I'd do like just a tight 50 million spy movie with this woman as the lead. Because there's 007, she could be like 009 or something like that. And then if you want to have, if you want to just explore this world with different people, just have another character, have it be like 003 or something like that. And then you've got a James Bond cinematic universe, as it were. I'd be okay with that. Like, that would be fine. And then they could come in, and then you could have like a massive threat, and they all come together into like a team of 00 agents taking on this threat. That would be super cool. I'd love that. That would be a good way to do it.
Yeah.
They will, but they probably won't do that. I think there's a difference between having an audition and being the best one there and being cast because you're the best one there.
Yeah.
That's different to being cast because it's about time.
Yeah.
Because people just see through that. And the problem is when people do audition and they do get it because they've earned it and because they're good.
Yeah.
Because it's happened so often that people just get cast because
people
it's about
it.
time.
Yeah.
People undermine it. People don't believe that they're good enough. And people won't go and see it. And it could be a really, really good story. But people won't care because, you know.
Yeah.
And I think it does a disservice. I think it does a disservice to the people who you are trying to represent because it's about time. And it's patronizing, to be frank. Yeah. It's like, you can't stand on your own. We have to insert you into this thing that we've already established. So just write a damn character, for God's sake. Why don't people think you can just tell a story with a woman in the lead? Yeah. Why, like, it's got to be, it's this person, but we've changed them to be a woman. It's like, no, just write a woman. Just be intelligent writers. Make new stories. This is part of the reason why I've been sort of, with some of my more recent writing, I've been toying with the idea. Well, not toying with the idea. I flat out done it with a couple of stories where I've gone like, okay, we've got these people, and I'm not even thinking about their gender. I'm just thinking about, what they look like. I'm not thinking about their gender or their race or whatever. I am just writing the character. Yeah. It's like, who are they? Who are they? What's their personality? Like I did that in, I did a few like audio things. But I haven't recorded, like audio plays. Yeah. And the four characters in that, the four principal characters, as it stands, they don't have genders.
Mm.
They're people. They have personalities.
Mm-hmm.
So if it came down to recording it, you could have anyone audition to be anything, and you just put the best people in the role.
Mm.
And partly that's practicality, and part of it is just like, well, is it going to be like more difficult to write these characters if they're not like specifically something?
Yeah, I'm just thinking about the story.
It's really not.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the story that I'm writing at the moment, and save the name. Like, if I just took the person's first name out, you wouldn't really know. You would assume, I would imagine, one way or another. But there's nothing to say really anything about them in terms of their gender, their race.
Well, I mean, I think it's all very surface level. I think is my big issue with this. It's all very surface level. It's all very, well, they've got a black face, so you guys will enjoy it, right? It's like, stop.
Yeah.
Oh, she's got a vagina.
Yeah.
You guys are going to enjoy that, right? Yeah, you go, girl.
So,
hang on. Stop being so fucking condescending and do better. Like, work harder.
Yeah.
Create someone, not something, not this empty vessel with a vagina.
Yeah.
That's gonna, spout a bunch of nonsense. Just write a damn character. That's my issue.
Yeah. No, I hear you. Yeah.
It's like male, like gender wise. It's gender wise. I mean, I don't know really. Like race to me is just irrelevant in a character.
Yeah.
Gender can be relevant, or it can be I mean, gender can be relevant in a way, but it shouldn't overshadow who
everything
they are.
else. Yeah.
Yeah, it shouldn't overshadow who someone is, or
or
why they do what they do.
Yeah, because even sort of all of that, it's just lazy, isn't it? Just making it this empty social justice vessel, just to satisfy, the fundamentalist needs one way or another on the left or right. It's just
to satisfy loud people on Twitter.
Yeah, it's just again, it's lazy. But the thing is, they get away with being lazy. They're going to get away with it if you keep going, yes, queen. You're going to get. They're going to get away with it. Then they don't have to be. They don't have to be clever in their writing.
No, they're not held to a high standard.
No, they can just stay woke, and just keep feeding us shit. It's not. Here I am talking about equality as a side-gendered white male, and who knows nothing about it. But
enough of that nonsense.
Yeah.
Enough of that.
Doesn't it just sound?
It's irrelevant.
Yeah,
you're a human being, and you recognise things.
Yeah,
and you can talk about whatever the hell you want.
It just seems so lazy. So lazy. Yeah. Here's this, here's this artifact. Here's this idol. This is what you guys like. Buy my shit because here's a thing that you can
look at the shiny.
Because
it's like it's the like I can't remember who said it, but it was like someone described it as jangling your keys in front of a cat. It's like just pawing at it, like ooh, ooh, or like shining a laser pen at the wall and your cat going, oh,
yeah,
oh, that's interesting, and then you turn it off and it's gone.
Yeah.
It was insubstantial, nothing.
Yeah. Because we were saying it earlier, weren't we, about reading a book is to, connect with the character and things like that, about, what they do, who they are inside, and, their thoughts, their fears, their hopes, their dreams. That's, that's clever writing. That's, that's multifaceted. This person's three-dimensional. But now all it takes to connect with someone, or all they think, and all they're getting, from loud voices is, I just want this avatar, this empty avatar that we can attribute anything, any value to, really. And that's the same thing. It's not the same.
Yeah.
It's not the same thing.
Well, can you imagine someone watching Alien and going, oh, Ripley's a woman, I don't care about her. It's like, well, hang on.
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't hear that from anyone sane.
No.
It's like, oh, Ripley's white, so I don't care. It's like, well, shut up.
Yeah.
Like, I connect to Ripley. I empathize and connect to Ripley. Maybe I'm a woman internally. No, I'm not. But it's like you look at like her journey between the first, even the third movie.
Yeah.
You look at the journey she goes on.
Yeah.
And you can empathize with that journey.
Yeah.
And it's like
clever, because it's compelling, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's clearly presented, and you see how she reacts, and you see her being this person.
Yeah.
Like, you look at her, she's like, there are things about her, like she's like, oh man, it's hard to, like, she's a mum. She's a mum. I'm not a mum, but I can still empathize with her.
Yeah.
She's been through utter horror. I've not been through anything like that. But I can empathize with her. She grows in a natural way. She's realistic. At least until Resurrection, she's realistic. Because she's not. Well, this is the thing. Like, in Resurrection, she's not even Ripley anymore.
No.
But it's just, yeah. They, like, it's all of these. Like, here's the thing. Like, I grew up with Alien. I grew up with Terminator, with Sarah Connor. And I guess with Star Trek and Star Wars, I grew up with a lot of genre stuff. And it just never occurred to me at all that, well, I would like this. I would like Sarah Connor more if it was Sam Connor. Yeah. It's like, no. Like, why do people have to see themselves in order to empathize with the character? Yeah. And that makes no sense to me at all. And maybe I just don't get it. Maybe there's something I'm missing, right? That's a possibility. Maybe there's something I'm missing. But it's just an alien thought to me. That you can look at someone, that you can look at a character in a movie, or read a character in a book and go, I mean, you know.
Well, I mean, I think you can, though. I think you say you can't see yourselves in them. I'm sure you can to a certain extent, because they're written, intelligently enough that they're human, and we don't have to. They don't have to be us for us to see something of ourselves in them, because they all possess human qualities. Like Sarah Connor, she's going to be like fiercely protective of her family, for example. She's a family person. You've got a family. You like your family. There's going to be that you can see in Sarah Connor. There's probably, there's going to be other things. It's qualities rather than, qualities rather than something else. we're seeing deeper. We see deeper into characters than just their surface level bullshit that we're getting at the moment. You think as well?
Well, you should.
Yeah,
you should.
Yeah.
Right. Well, let's take. Oh God, who can we take? Who's a chap that we can take? Okay, let's take Luke Skywalker as an example, right?
Yep.
So Luke Skywalker is someone who's not happy, like at the beginning, is someone who's not happy with his situation. Mm-hmm. He dreams of seeing something new. He dreams of escaping his life, and just going on an adventure. And do people relate to that? Surely they must.
100%.
In some way, because there's not one person alive who at some point has not gone like, you know, I wish I was in the Bahamas.
A lot of people hate their jobs, Matt. I think it's something like 70-80% in the Western world. I think something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
We're all wanting to leave Tatooine, man.
Yeah, how can you not relate? How can?
Yeah.
Like anyone can relate to that.
Yeah.
Which is why the character is so loved. And why people got so mad when he was when things were done to him in The Last Jedi. And I don't know. I can't imagine. Like I look at Luke Skywalker, and then I think, like, who is the person who like watched Luke Skywalker, who maybe like watched Star Wars for the first time, and went, "White man, well, I don't care about this anymore," because that person is out there.
Yeah,
that person is out there, and there's probably a few of them. And it's like, well, why? Why do you care about what he looks like? Why do you care about what's between his legs?
And I think if I'm honest, Matt, I don't think they really care. I think there's something else going on. I think they're hurting from a much deeper place than who he is and what he's got. I think these arguments are misplaced with a lot of people. A lot of people, you know, a lot of people are loud, and they're not loud because they're happy. They're not loud because they're fulfilled. Something's happened that we need. This is going to be our outlet. This is going to be the fucking hill that I die on.
Yeah.
Ariel cannot be black. This is the hill that I die on. Right. Something's happened there. Something's happened. It's nothing to do with Ariel. You know, it's nothing to do with the actress. It's nothing to do with the previous film. We look back to that woman who said that, you know, it's ruining her childhood or whatever. It's about bringing our childhood to life.
Yeah.
It's not about the film. It's about something else.
And to flip it and argue the other side for a moment. I get that. Like there aren't many. I mean, when you look at just like a lead character, right? There aren't many lead characters who are gay. There aren't many lead characters who are. I mean, there are a few. I mean, there are quite a few who are black, let's say. But probably not as many as there are white. At least, I mean, I'm talking like in Hollywood. I'm talking about like in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Rather than, because you could look at like the cinema of Nigeria and go like, okay, there we go. You know. And like, it's like Asian, like, there aren't that many like Chinese, Japanese, East Asian leading people in Hollywood either. And I don't know. I understand. In a way, I understand the desire to see. It's like a primal desire to see someone that looks like you on
Make
screen.
it. Yeah. Make it.
See someone who looks like you make it.
Yeah.
I understand. I do understand that.
Oh, totally. I wouldn't take anything away from that at all. I'm sure that'd be fucking amazing. Then you've got inspiration. You've got inspiration to go and achieve your dreams. That's incredible, right? Reckon that should happen more and more. Reckon it should happen more and more.
Right, but on the other hand, why can't? On the other hand, taking inspiration from, I don't know, man. But on the other hand, like, you can't take inspiration from someone unless they look exactly like you and they love who you love. It's like, I don't know. It's almost selfish. It's like it's an inability to like step outside yourself and sort of, I don't know, connect with who you are, not what you are.
Because it's harder to,
I don't know,
isn't it? It's harder to. It's more work. It's more work to do that. You know, if you're in a shitty place and all you've got is, you know, films and Twitter, and you know, it's going to be hard to think. Well, I mean, you know, there's going to be times where you think it's everyone else's fault.
Yeah.
You think it's everyone else's fault that you're not getting there, and this is just a reason. This is just another reason, and a whole host of other reasons why you can't be the person that you want to be.
And really? maybe it would be a step forward.
Yeah.
To represent these people, represent what these people are in something like that. Maybe that would be a step forward. Maybe that would be a great step forward if you have like a character like that. Like let's say a gay man written exceptionally well in a really good film. Like I can see that. I mean that's been done. I mean, but or like I don't know. Maybe it would be a step forward to like elevate that and make people care more about the who instead of the what. But at the same time, all that's being encouraged is the what.
I mean, I guess it's going to help. It's going to help the group, in quotation marks, more than it is the individual.
Yeah, I suppose.
So right, we talk about like homosexual leads or anything like that. I'm sure that's going to be a huge step forward in, you know, normalizing it to people who still aren't on the bandwagon, and that's okay.
I mean, it would be in something like, because you get homosexual leads, but you don't get them in like an action movie.
Huge blockbuster, and just trying to just make everyone just, you know, we're all on this earth, fucking get along. Well, I mean, it's probably going to do something to that.
You'll see lesbians. You'll see lesbians in mainstream movies all the time, but you don't see gay men.
No,
often.
Right.
Not in lead roles.
No. Well, so if we get to that point where that happens, then I guess it's going to do something for the group. I guess it's going to, you know, help people get on the bandwagon who aren't already there. And if they never get on it, then they'll probably be dead anyway.
It already has. Well, it already has with like. I mean, particularly in terms of lesbians, there's lesbians all over everything now. You know, and they've been sufficiently empowered, I suppose. Maybe there could be more done.
Yeah,
I don't know. But
yeah, exactly. So there's that. But then for the individual, I don't think it's going to make a blind bit of difference.
Well, no, because your life doesn't. Because your life's not going to change overnight.
No.
And we're in a time of instant gratification.
Yeah. And
we're in a time of anti-hard work. So you're going to, you'll never be satisfied.
Yeah, Black Ariel is not going to help Black people become successful. Like an individual, they're going to have to go out and get it. You know, they're going to have to go out and rise, hashtag rise and grind, hashtag whatever to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to be to be successful. You've got to work, haven't you?
Yeah.
That's like so many people make their money out telling you that they can make you successful or they can make you rich. They're lying to you. That's how they got rich, by lying to you.
Well, maybe Black Ariel is going to, maybe it's going to inspire a few people to go out and rise and grind and whatever. But it's so shallow because it's just like taking like an eraser to the character's face and then shading them in a different color. Ariel wasn't written. Well, I don't know if Ariel was written to be white. I think it was just written.
Well, I think it was a Dutch story, a Dutch tale originally, wasn't it? Like an old.
Oh, was it a fairy tale?
I think it might have been it was a fairy tale, which was probably way more graphic and grotesque than it wasn't.
Oh God, probably.
Disney just basically.
They always are.
Disney just stole all their stories, didn't they?
Pretty much.
A lot of them, anyway.
And they're all dark. Have you seen? You know the original Hunchback of Notre Dame? It's like dark.
Yeah.
It's like the guy, like Esmeralda dies, and Quasimodo like curls up on her grave and dies.
Just waits there and dies.
Yeah. Or he like digs her up and gets in her coffin and dies. I can't remember.
Nasty. But
yeah, it's a gnarly tale.
Yeah. Right. So I just think we're fighting. I think we're having the wrong arguments. It's easier to argue than to go out and get some, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's easy to say it's someone else's fault that you're not getting where you want to be, rather than going out there and making it happen.
Yeah.
Probably does something for, groups at large. I'm sure it does.
I mean, it'll do something for someone. That's the thing. Like, if it does something for someone, is it entirely a bad thing?
I think it's a neutral thing. I think the negative thing is that writers are getting lazy. People are having the wrong arguments, and I think it just feels like we're looking for the wrong things in the wrong places through all of this, Yeah. Yeah. It feels like there's something further on that I can't quite get to at the moment.
There's something missing. And maybe, I mean, I hate this argument. I hate the argument that because you are X, because you are whatever, because you are white, because you're a man, because you're whatever, you don't know and you can't comment. I hate that argument because it's dumb. But maybe in this case, maybe the perspective, man. Maybe we don't have the perspective that people have. And we're speaking out of some ignorance.
Yeah.
I mean, it's entirely possible. I mean, look, we're caffeinated and opinionated, and we don't know much about anything. We're just sort of talking.
You're always going to be, ignorant to a degree, though, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Where did you find?
You're going to be ignorant of someone well because you don't know every aspect of their life.
What inspired you, Matt?
What inspired me?
To be who you are today.
Oh, God. Oh, as in a writer?
I don't know.
Just anything.
Just what inspired you as a kid?
I was very much inspired by stories. I was very much inspired, but a lot of different things inspired me. I mean, Star Trek is one of the things that inspired me to be a nerd. Like Lord of the Rings, I guess, inspired me again to be a nerd, but also in like my work, it inspired me. Mr. We were in the same maths class, weren't we? So, Mr. Bloomfield who was our maths teacher.
Incredible teacher.
That guy is unnatural. He's so good. He was a fantastic teacher. He could explain stuff. He could clarify stuff with you. There was one time where I was doing my coursework in maths. And I was like about 15, 16. And there was something I was really stuck on. And there was another teacher in there who was trying to explain it to me and trying to clarify it with me. And I was just like, I don't know. I can't get this. I can't get it at all. And Mr. Bloomfield came in, and he basically, I think I was like, I'm struggling with this, sir. And he went, okay, well, it's this. And he just, for about 30 seconds, he just talked. And I went, oh, okay, there we go, done. Yeah. And it was just like, there you go, I understand it now. I get it. And it's like, I imagine that other teacher must have been like, for fuck's sake.
Fucking hell.
Every single time.
Yeah.
you ruined my flow. But he was yeah. I mean, I don't know if he inspired me to be a teacher, but as a teacher, he's given me something to aspire to. And if I can even come like halfway to him, I would be pretty special. But I don't know, like just various things. You find inspiration in everything. You find it in the world. You find it in history. You find it in whatever. I mean, just going around. Just going around and meeting different people has inspired who I am today. I cannot imagine if I hadn't have gone off. I cannot imagine where I would be.
No.
And I worry about where I would be. I'm like, thank God I went away. Yeah, that's a deeper conversation that we can't have now. I think that's too deep for YouTube. But
yeah, but I think it says something to this whole thing. So
how about yourself?
Well, I look back through my life, like teacher-wise. Again, he was a fantastic teacher. I mean, my first teacher ever, Mrs. Daniels, she was incredible. Just really got me into learning, and then I kind of lost it when I was about 16, and then Dr. Trevena got me back on the ball and got me through my A levels. You know, she got me back through that.
She was damn good as well.
Incredible teacher. Yeah, I look at that, and then there's that, and then I mean, how the hell did I get here?
Yeah,
I think right. So here's the issue. Here's the issue that I'm seeing. We've had regardless of our identifiers, whatever they may be, we've been very, very fortunate to have good role models in our life, both academically and like within our families.
Sure.
Fantastic family unit, you know, good set of friends, good school. Not everyone's got that, have they? So so then you need to find your role models elsewhere. So I can see why that might be where you're looking for it in media, things like that.
Sure.
But it just, there's something more around this question. And I think everyone's going to have ignorance, but I think while there is some value in seeing yourself in, you know, in someone else.
That's not limited to what they look like.
Yeah, and that's not going to,
who they love.
And that's not all going to be what makes you successful. I mean, really, if anything, it's going to be a small part of it. mostly what I like, anytime I've like spoken to anyone who's been like done something really cool, it's always been something someone said.
Yeah.
You know, just like out of the blue, and it wasn't even meant to be advice or anything like that. They just said this thing in a different way, and I went, well, exactly like what you just said about our maths teacher. He said it in a different way. Like, oh fuck, this is great. He's a great teacher. Looking back, I'd like to be a great teacher like him. Just sometimes, just these small experiences are the things that inspire us. Are we looking for inspiration in the wrong place? Are we looking for it using the wrong tools? Have we been conditioned to look for them the wrong way?
Well, is the places where, well, there's like degeneration in the family unit, and there's degeneration socially in the social units that we have. We're not as connected as we used to be.
No, not as many friends.
Not as many friends, and we're getting
sadder. We're getting lonelier.
There's no delayed gratification anymore. It's instant. It has to be instant. You have to see instant results. Like people are just. I mean, you see it in like the rise of depression. You see it in the rise of suicide, and I mean, it's. It does feel sometimes that you're on that as a society we're on a bit of a precipice, and we're leaning further and further toward a drop.
However,
and we've got to be more careful.
However, least violent time in the world to live.
That's true. That's
in all of history, safest time. Like our capacity for violence, like it's incredible how sort of checked we are. If we all just turned off the social, what was socially acceptable in terms of violence, we'd all be dead. So just the amount of violence that could happen on a second by second basis is incredible. So that
could happen.
Yeah,
the potential is there.
Yeah,
I mean the potential is there in anyone.
Yeah, but it doesn't happen for the most part, and we're getting safer and we're getting safer. So there's that as well. Life is complicated, I think, is what we're saying.
Well, we're getting safer, but the bad stuff is getting louder. I think maybe because we're getting safer, because these things are being amplified more, because we're more horrified by them than we used to be. I feel like that's why there's such a microscope on things like racism, because and sexism, because like these things, there's not a single person who could honestly argue that we're more racist as a society now than we were in the 60s, or like more sexist than in the 60s.
Yeah.
But these things have been amplified so much that it's like,
Yeah.
And then when you amplify them, it's like it's a thing Morgan Freeman said, coming back to Morgan Freeman.
Love him.
I think he said he was interviewed on CNN.
Yeah.
And he was like, he said, how do you get rid of racism? He just said, stop talking about it.
Yeah.
Because when you talk about it, it exists.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
I want to watch that again now. That's what I'm going to do when this finishes.
Yeah.
Watch Morgan Freeman.
Don't talk about it.
Yeah, stop talking about it. Yeah.
What an interesting concept.
Yeah.
Because at the moment, what we're doing is we're either, well, largely, I mean, I'm not really talking about it.
No.
I don't imagine you are.
Not on a day-to-day basis, no.
Yeah. But the people who are, and people who are talking about it loudly, are shouting about it. And, I'm sure there's emotion behind that, and there's warranted emotion behind that. If you're receiving that on a daily basis, that's fucking terrible. That's horrible.
Yeah, I mean, again, it might be that it's more salient for those people who are talking about it. and it's more of an issue in their lives.
Mm.
I mean, I used to talk about it all the time when I lived in China, when I was getting racially abused all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a thing that...
Yeah, so you get this and people argue and then people get shut down and then they just go underground and like weird shit happens because we can't fucking see them anymore and they get all weird and, you know, militarized and then nasty stuff happens. But then, then you've got this this famous dude saying, just don't talk about it. Yeah. Just pay it like completely no mind.
I feel like nothing would depower a racist more.
Yeah.
Than
shit.
Like them saying like you fucking whatever.
Yeah.
And then whoever they're talking to go, no.
They're just off. Yeah.
Just sort of.
And I mean, obviously, it sounds,
not reacting at all.
Yeah, it sounds like a perfect world where you could easily do that. And we're emotional beings, aren't we? So there's that need to just go, fuck off, don't say that, you know, come back, you know, because we're like that. But it would just completely defang it, wouldn't it?
Because part of it is for the reaction.
Yeah.
I can't help but think part of it's for the reaction.
Yeah, again, because you're hurting for some other reason. There's some other hurt in there.
And let's say like you go that you're doing it for that you're a racist because you genuinely believe that you're superior. You saying something like that and them just going like, well, whatever. That's gonna make you go like, huh? Why aren't you what? It's gonna take the wind out of your sails a little bit.
That superiority is gonna wither, isn't it? That feeling of power is gonna wither away.
And eventually it will die. Yeah, I don't know.
Very interesting.
Indeed.
Sounds too easy, but too hard at the same time, doesn't it?
Yeah, indeed. Well, it also feels a little bit like I'm talking out of my anus.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know, like because I'm sort of spitballing slightly.
Well, I think that's all we can do, though, isn't it? I think we're kind of getting somewhere. I mean, look, right. So we go right back to the start. somehow we've got somewhere else into destroying racism. Right.
Yeah.
Is it an issue when people change characters? Kind of. It's lazy. It kind of just seems like it's this false vessel just to attract people because of a label, a shiny thing to throw at the masses and just make money out of people. And then you look at people who want to be drawing inspiration from these things because they can't get inspiration from everywhere else. And I can see that that's really important for those people because it'd be horrible to feel hopeless. You've got nothing around you that says that you're going to be all right. And that you use this escape to get away from that life. And then, you know, sometimes you can find a way to go, fuck, that's brilliant. I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
And I hope that it can still happen, but it feels disingenuous from the people that are making it just to be putting these shiny things in front of people where people find a lot of value in these things. I also think that people should be looking elsewhere for their inspiration. And I know that that's going to be different shades of difficult for people.
It's complicated, basically.
In my life. Very fortunate in my life. Wasn't necessarily the richest person in the world. I was actually quite poor growing up. But I had a good family. I had good friends. Relatively good area to grow up. Decent enough school. Got through that. Kept going. Realised that I've got to do this. No one else is going to help me. And then here we are, other side of the world.
Yeah. I mean, our sort of upbringing in that is it's different in a lot of ways. Like my familial situation was a lot more messy, a lot more chaotic.
Yeah.
But we sort of ended up on the other side of the world.
Yeah,
it's fascinating.
Yeah, you've got a completely different family life to me, and we started off in different places, and yeah, I've seen people from all walks of life here. Some people have definitely got money to throw about out here. I worked in a bar, and there would be this one bus that would come through, and we knew we'd make an extra $2-3 grand that night because it was just mummy and daddy's money, and they'd throw it at the bar, and you'd know it.
Fantastic.
And that's cool. Eventually, either they're going to be fine and they'll just live off that trust fund money, or it's going to die out and they're going to realize, fuck, I need some skills.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's not the golden handshake we think it is, just being rich.
Are they just spending that on themselves, or are they like buying people drinks?
Oh, just buying each other drinks, trying to get laid. That's all it was. It was, it was young teenagers. What else?
Oh, so it was a few
halfway around the world.
Of them.
Oh yeah, there'd be a bus trip. Yeah, there'd be a bus trip that would go around. You'd have about 30 people on there, and you'd easily make $3-4 grand a night extra.
I thought it was just one person coming in.
No. So it'd be like a bus, like a hop on, hop off bus. It was like a package tour that 18 to 25s would go on. And you'd see them coming and be like, it's going to be a good night tonight for money.
Yeah. And they buy each other drinks and get sloppy.
Yeah.
Because they can.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm sure that golden handshake is not all it's cracked up to be.
Yeah.
Money doesn't buy you happiness.
Not.
It can. It's the solution to not having money. Money is the solution to not having money, and it can buy off a lot of problems. But it's not. It's never going to buy happiness. It's never going to buy time.
No, it's not going to buy sense either.
No.
Well, so there was a I've told you. I definitely told you about this person before. But there was a girl when I first went out on my internship. There was a girl who
the bitey girl.
The bitey girl.
Yeah,
who was an absolute nutcase, right?
Yeah.
Who was a trust? She had a rich daddy. And she had money to spend. She had money to spend because she could just call daddy and get more money. She ran out of money 3 times in the first 2 weeks and called daddy and got more money. and she was a nutcase. And she had no sense. She was a psychopath. So money can't buy you things. Money can buy you things. It can't buy you sense or a soul.
Yeah, it can't buy you what's inside, can it?
Dude, I remember she really upsets that. Like, there was another girl there because this was like people who were like between the age of like 18, like just out of school, and there were people there who were like in their 40s, I would say. And there was this girl who was 18, and she got really upset one night because this girl had spoken to her because she was still a virgin, right?
Right.
And this girl had spoken to her about her like selling her virginity.
Christ.
And she was like, this girl was she was horrified, and she was like in a state. And it was just like, oh my God, like, this is how different. I mean, how have you gotten to that place? It was just like, how did you get there? How have you gotten to just sell your virginity to someone? Can you imagine how horrifying that would be?
And you're obviously not seeing the full picture, are you? None of us are.
No. No, exactly. It's like, how has she gotten there?
Yeah.
Advising people to just sell it.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. I'm always curious about these things. I'm always curious. How did you get there? I know you're here. I want to know the road that took you.
You want the trajectory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see where the turns were. I want to see what your sat nav said to take you this direction, then this direction, then this direction, then sell your virginity. I want to know exactly how that happened, so I can. And I want to know with successful people. I want to know with successful people how you started and where you turned and where you went and how you got to a place where you're crushing it. I want to know. I want to know exactly how to do it.
Now, not being a successful person, this is just me having an opinion, but I'm sure that it is hard fucking work.
Man,
People
at this point, people have heard the podcast we did with Will.
Yeah.
And that dude's crushing it. And we got a glimpse. He talks about like some of what's happened with him in the past. And it's just incredible, like how, and he's gotten to where he is now, and where he is now is a good place.
Yeah. And you think about the hours that he's put in.
Yeah.
You know, we've everyone's got a side hustle, and everyone wants to make it, and everyone wants to have these. You know, they want to have the nice things, and they want to be comfortable.
Yeah, and he's got like 5, and they're all doing quite well.
Yeah, but that side, if you're going to be working like 2 hours on that a week, it's going to take you, 20 times as long than someone who's working 40 hours a week on that. It just makes sense. It's going to take you longer. But because we're in that world where we've got this instant gratification where we can get everything now, we feel that we should be able to get everything now. The success, the money. We can get this now. This is people make it $1 billion industry, I'm sure. Get rich quick. Here's how to get rich quick. Do drop shipping. Be an ad marketing consultant. Do this, do that. I'm sure you can, with a bit of money behind you and 40 hours to spare doing that. I'm sure you can make a lot of money, and I'm sure you can do it quickly if you've got 40 hours a week to do it. But
run a pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
Run a YouTube channel where you do clickbait and you get 1 million clicks and put ads on it, and then there you go, money.
Yeah, I'm sure you can. There's a lot of money in the world. I think it's something like 38 trillion pounds or something like that. Something ludicrous. Excuse me, burping on here.
Whoa.
Goodness me.
Ludicrous. It sounded like you were possessed for a moment by
Total
Satan.
Money in the world.
It's absolutely ludicrous. Hang on, can we pause for 1 second?
Yeah, of course. 1, 2, 3. And we're back.
And we are back.
It was no time at all for you, but some time has passed for us. That is life.
Indeed. I had to pee.
Yeah. I think it's time, Matt. I think it's just putting in resources. Resources equals success. Sometimes, you're going to get fucked around. You're going to make bad decisions, and there's going to be mistakes, and there's just going to be bad luck sometimes. Yes. But I think, money plus time probably equals more money. Money plus time plus sense equals probably more money in some way, shape or form. Or even if it equals the same amount of money, but you can do that from the comfort of your home or from the comfort of somewhere across the world. I wouldn't mind earning, 20 grand a year, but I can do that from my laptop. I don't have to be a millionaire to do this.
No, not at all.
I think I worked it out. I think if I wanted to do this in perpetuity forever, I would need about 25 grand to live really comfortably as well. And that's in the Western world. If I jumped into Asia, probably cut that in half.
Probably. Yeah, you definitely. I mean, if you lived in, if you lived in Thailand, you could probably cut that into a quarter.
Yeah. But you're going to need time to get there. You're going to need time to be able to build a product, a product is just adding value to someone's life. That's what it is. That's all a product is. Just adding value, giving people things that they don't have and can't get on their own, or choose not to get on their own. You know, give them it in a more convenient way. Even, you know, convenience is value.
Yeah.
Why would I make my own tomatoes when I can go to the shop and buy tomatoes? It's easier. You know, that's how tomatoes get sold.
Why make my own tomato sauce when I could just buy a jar?
I could buy it. Yeah, that's all it is. So you find something that has value. Everyone has value because everyone has experience. Even if you've come from a place where you've got no role models, you've had a shitty upbringing. Well, use it. Use that. Use that and tell people how to get out of that and how to, you know, navigate that fucking rad world. I'm sure it is, like bad rad world. How to get out of that. You know, you see people coming away from like crime and like trying to get kids off the street. That's cool. That's really cool. And I hope they get paid for that. And I'm sure they will. I'm sure they get paid for doing that. And they're using their experience to do that. But you need time. You need time to be able to do it. Time. You've all got your experiences. Just give people value and then just put enough time in it and then you'll be successful. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, well, time's the most important one. And it's the one that's the most difficult, I think, because you never get it back. Yeah. And it's the one that takes the most out of you. That's why people give up, I think, because they can't invest the time. Because it's the thing with being an artist. There's a reason why a lot of artists are not happy people. And it's partly because if you're like a struggling artist and you're putting in the time, you see people with the money using that money to sort of divide the time divide the time by like 2 or 5 or 10 or 20 or 100. You see, like Hollywood nepotism, you see. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you see that and you think, well, and then you see what they put out and it sucks. You go like, oh, well, it's obvious why they got that opportunity in the first place. But like you need time to make yourself undeniable and make yourself something. And you need to not give up. And sometimes you need to be inspired not to give up. This was a more complicated question than I thought it was going to be.
We've got into success. When we're both at points in our lives where we're thinking about what that actually means to us and trying to shoot for it. It's an interesting time to be talking about this.
Indeed. Yes. Personally, yes.
Well, does it matter? Well, if you find your inspiration from there, yes. If that's how you like to argue, yes. But equally, no, because you can find inspiration anywhere and everyone can do it, I guess. Everyone can get some. Everyone can go get some. Yes, Queen, you know. We just need to be looking in the right places and keeping our eyes open. Does it matter?
Rise and grind.
Yeah. Does it matter? Not as much as we think it does. We're having the wrong arguments again. We're having the wrong arguments. But it's easier to have those arguments than to go out there and spend the time on something that you really want to do.
Yeah.
What would be harder to have that argument about Ariel now being a black actor, or would it be going out there and working for a charity which helps, whatever cause you're looking at, young black kids in gangs, in your state, or just anything that you really care about. Doesn't even have to be about race. It could be about anything, just a cause, a purpose, a focus. What's harder? Obviously the second one. It's easier to just type 240 characters about how people are racist.
Yeah, well, it's a lot harder to engage with something practically. But it's more rewarding.
So there we are.
There we are.
Does it matter? It shouldn't, but it does.
Yeah. Yes, but it shouldn't. Yes. Interesting. What's the way out?
What's the way out? I get it's hot. It's easy.
We've ended positively the last like 2 or 3 shows. So let's try and end this one positively. Well, what's the way out?
Well, the thing is, so what we're having these arguments, and we're trying to change the world. We're trying to have it so there's no more racism, there's no more sexism, and there's no more, bigotry. Great, love that. I want that to happen too. Wholeheartedly behind you. But that world that you want, it's harder to change the world than it is to change yourself. Easier to change yourself than to change the world. So start there. Start changing yourself. Start trying to be the, it was Martin Luther King, wasn't it? Be the change you want to see in the world. Did he say that? Or was it Nelson Mandela? It was one of the two.
Someone said it.
Someone much more intelligent than I did, who was a social, was into social justice, said, be the change you want to see in the world. Start with yourself, and don't start on Twitter. Start in the real world.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if they were into social justice, but they were right.
Yeah.
Have we come back to personal responsibility again?
Of course we have.
Personal responsibility.
Of course we have.
You know what the solution to this is already. Personal responsibility.
Of course it is. If you can change yourself and you can be a role model, and then you affect 10 people, then they can be role models. You can be a multi-level marketing scheme of inspiration and success. You don't have to trample on anyone in that multi-level marketing scheme.
That's the key thing. You don't have to trample on anyone.
Nah.
You don't have to take something away to add to stuff. You can just add to it.
That's what I think it is, Matt. That's how we get out. We change ourselves. We change ourselves, not at the expense of others, at the expense of ourselves, at the expense of our time and our energy, because it takes time, it takes energy.
And it's a worthy expense of your time and energy.
What a great project to have. Improving yourself. That's the biggest project you're going to have in your whole life, because that is the project of life. Trying to be the best you can be. Do that instead of arguing on fucking Twitter. Twitter's not going to matter in 10, 20 years. There's going to be something else, isn't there?
There'll be something
something's going to come up better. And then we'll think, look at MySpace. MySpace was, what, 10 years ago, maybe? I was about 16. So let's say 15 years ago.
Yeah, sure.
Gone. Now, 22 million people, I think, is on there now. It's all music. I mean, where it started from, but it's gone now. Basically gone. Bebo. Do you remember Bebo, Matt?
I don't. I was never on Bebo.
Exactly. Exactly. And the not the Tim Pool. What's the other guy's name? I always get them mixed up, Matt. Who owns Twitter?
Jack Dorsey.
He'll be fine. Don't worry about Jack. He'll be fine. He's got the Cash App. He'll be fine. Just fight for your change in the real world. Work on yourself. We've done it. We've been all positive again, Matt. It always makes me feel weird. Maybe I'm just becoming more positive. Maybe these talks are cathartic for me. Who knows?
I feel like we've escaped Sim World.
Maybe we have, Matt. Maybe we leveled up.
Maybe. I don't know.
A little bit.
I don't feel like there's no door. I feel like there's definitely a door.
We've got a door now. Now we just need the fridge. We need the fridge back. Then the shower. Yeah. Build your Sims house, guys. Put your door back on.
Yeah. Preach. All right.
I think that's all I've got, Matt. How about you? What do you think the way out is? Do you think that's it? Just be personally responsible. Classic big talk thing.
I mean, you can't say fairer, can you?
Nah. It's the only thing you've got power over as well, isn't it, really? Your actions and your values and your words and what you do. That's the only thing you've got power over, really. So you're not going to change anyone's mind by shouting at them. You're not going to change anyone's mind by smiling at them. You're going to help them, maybe. You're going to inform their decision, but can't prove it. So,
well, a smile is more powerful than shouting.
Of course, it is.
It has a more lasting effect. So you might change someone's mind by smiling at them.
Makes you feel good as well. But yeah, you might. But the only thing you definitely have power over is yourself. So be good. Work on yourself. Build that door. Build that door.
Build that door.
Hashtag make the world great again. Build that door. Build that door.
I'm going to build a door.
It's going to be the best door in the world.
Mexico's going to pay for it.
I'm going to build a door and I'm going to pay for it because I am responsible for the door. Next week, we'll be trying to build our whole Sims house and get out of the simulation.
Next week, the fridge.
Yeah.
And maybe the toilet.
I'm liking this line of questioning, Matt. I think we might have to focus on this a bit more. I think we're leveling up. I've got a question for you next week already.
What's your question next? Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, I've got one already. But I'll leave you to stew on this one for a while, Matt.
Indeed.
Anyway,
let's do a
little plug? Little plug.
Yeah, let's do a Camel Moon plug because I think by the time this goes up, we'll be there.
We'll probably be there. Yeah. So, so after our podcast with the lovely Will, is it Valley? Do I say his name Valley?
Will Valley. That's the
Will
man.
Valley. Will Valley at Camel Moon. We're gonna be partnering up, and we're gonna be on their platform, camelmoon.com. So there's already some podcasts over there, and he wanted to sort of collab with us, put us up there once every 2 weeks, I believe. So while we'll be on here once every 2 weeks, we'll also be over there as well. It was nice enough to give us a little tour around the website. They've got some good content. And we're just kind of helping each other out, because that's nice to do, isn't it?
Yep. And his content is also fantastic.
Yeah, exactly. And then just more voices saying good shit. It's got to be good. So if you want to go over there, go on to camelmoon.com. We'll put it in the thing below.
In the description box.
In the description.
The description.
And personal responsibility. Go over there if you want to. I suggest you do, but equally, you're grown-ass people and you can do what you want. But if you want to listen to more of us, then we'll be over there. If you like listening to us every week, then I'd suggest going over there because we'll only be every other week. So.
And if you like content that's similar, go over there.
Exactly.
Because they've got good stuff there.
Yeah. But camelmoon.com, that's where we're going. Hope you come as well. And, we're not going to do all of the other plugin because personal responsibility. You already know what to do on YouTube. So do as you will. Love you lots. See you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.